Hey, shout out, hey, Enigmatic, hey. I'm here with Dyllon, hey. He got no jumper though, hey. He got no jumper though, hey.
Appreciate
it's been
you,
a day,
bro.
hey.
This is Day in the Life with Chandler Broom. Out here with Enigmatic.
Y'all know the vibes. You might need to mute some of the Mad Libs.
I already come more ahead of you, bro.
It's gonna get messy.
So I go through all those.
For
It's been a long time coming, so I know you ain't sure. And the moments that we lost, no, they ain't coming back. But we got time, so no, we'll be fine. I heard the best things in life never came for free, but it don't really matter 'cause it's not for me. I've been spending all my time trying to chase a dream. Guess my mom's the one who really had to pay the fee. But my time ain't cheap. God knows that I've been losing.
right there.
So, how do you like switch up from the mentality like being out here on the court and fucking around to going to like in the studio working? And how do you know when it's time to like switch from one to the other?
For me, it was kind of just natural. I always played around with music and stuff when I was younger. So to me, it was just like a natural progression.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. So, Mustang?
How do you feel about like are you always gonna stick with just R&B? You trying to get into hip hop or what do you?
I don't think anything I've really done was just. I had like one song that I'd say is like straight R&B. That was Don't Be Shy. Everything else kind of like has like it has like the trap soul type of versatility if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the 808. It's got a high. It's got everything like hip hop's got too. It's more melodic. That's where most rap's going anyways.
Yeah.
When you think about it. No, this is my baby. I had this since I was in 3rd grade. I take this one to be creative. You feel me?
Like, there's just too much to go through to have, like, make it sound.
Yeah.
That'd be a session in itself just to kind of go through to make it sound the way we need to know where we want to go from there. Otherwise, we're just going to keep putting dub on top of dub. But I might try this one, like this one came in. Like, literally day after last Sunday.
How many mics are you going to get?
It's just different sounds. Here you go, bro. You know,
This man is about to have more mics than
speakers. I don't know yet.
Oh, that's gonna be tough. You have that. Let's see. Free throw? Got that? Eyes closed though. You heard me? Yeah. Eyes closed.
You make that?
Nah, I missed it.
Oh,
He's
you
not
missed
even
it?
watching my shots.
Did you find it difficult to go from like friends and like tell your friends like, hey, I need to like kind of drop this and get to the studio, and like even with family, like telling them, hey, I need to work or I got a show? Or...
I actually got a song coming about that recently. Actually, not recently. I just made it recently, but it'll be coming out. I'll talk more about that later too.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not really that bad. I just kind of put my priorities aside. People know the difference, but I've never been like I don't have too many people I'm close with anyways. So when I make time for people, it's just when you make time for people, it's like,
I know you've been searching for somebody else. What you looking for? It don't get no better, hands down. If you take my hand, I'll show you what I can do. Let me change your life right now.
Like saying you got like the fans coming and all that stuff, like what's that been like what's a story or so you could give about like finally getting like that kind of recognition you deserve and stuff?
There's a couple stories. I say like one of my favorite ones was when I went on live. Yeah, first of all, my lives been popping lately. I need to hop on my lives.
Yeah.
But lately, I go live, and then I have like a lot of kids after all the I Run It stuff that follow me now. So there's always people requesting to go on live with me. But now I'm like, I'll actually accept people. So like, I'll accept the random people. But this one time, there's this kid that hopped in. I accepted. He goes, oh,
Yeah.
oh my God, she just starts freaking out, talking about like, bro, I love you so much, dude. I can't believe I'm meeting you, all that. I'm just like, dang, like, because you don't always see yourself like that. You just get caught up like making your stuff. You're not always thinking like, my stuff might be impacting somewhere. I'm gonna do a little. I'm about to honor Kobe real quick, but go turn around.
A little turnaround.
A little turnaround. Let's see your footwork. So that works.
That's just the H, right?
Yeah, you know, let's see right here. Just a light little freak.
So how do you feel about like the passing of all these like legends, including like Kobe, how's that like affecting you in the way you pursue like your career as a whole?
Life short.
Life short?
You can't waste a day. That's straight up.
Pick something out in a couple minutes. If it takes too long, then we'll move on.
I got about 40 on. Hey.
But you got the tempo, right? And the key?
The tempo. So we have all this.
I will load it up. We'll give me like 5 minutes and still or if you have something else. Either way, there should be enough here to. What you play was the hook, right?
So it can pop shot it. And then goes to the.
That's the hook for now? Or that's the verse?
I'll say about this is not the hook. This is like going into the hook.
So how do you go about like picking your producers or come by them and then as well collaborators, but just like one at a time? How do you feel like your vibe for who you want to work with as a producer? Like
My DMs. People be DMing me stuff. I just be like, I check it, or either that, or I make a beat with Gabo. That's really like so far. It's either people send me stuff, or I'm gonna just go make it myself with Gabo. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm. So does your attitude change when you are working with people or different people, or you kind of just attack it the same way?
I feel like everybody I work with is different, because like, as far as like when I come here with JR, he's very like, we'll take like a million takes and we're gonna get that take kind of like other people I work with are just like, oh, for whatever reason that felt different, so we're just gonna go with that, even if it wasn't my best scene wise. Just like the emotion was different type stuff.
Different meaning it could have been better, or like
it's like different, like it felt like more real, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I could sing it better, but it wouldn't have felt as real.
Mm-hmm.
There's like there's more of like an emotional part. Like a lot of people, there's like one person, Jordan's more like the feeling person. He's more like we're going to get the perfect take type person.
Uh-huh.
And then there's other people that, at the end of the day, it's more like what sounded the best.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say the approach is different. I just say like, I'm working with different people with different kind of energies. Like they're all like.
So you just kind of feel it in the moment. It's not really like a premeditated.
Like we're just going to go with whatever probably sounded the best, felt the best.
So what's like the coolest like compliment or like thing that's happened so far? It's like a rising star out of Orlando that you could like take note to and be like you drive off that or drive for more of that.
We performed it was at Soundbar. I was opening for Collaborate and Mirror Fontaine, and then afterwards they tell me, oh yeah, come back, Caleb's trying to talk to you. He said he really messed with your music. Where I was like, I didn't even know he would have been listening to the set, because I thought it would have been back there. So come back, you just show me mad love, tell me like you're mad talented, let's work. It hasn't happened yet, but I plan on working with him. And then just overall, he's a real cool guy, and I see someone that's actually made an impact somewhat. Even though he's not huge himself, he's got some type of a pull. Like people know who he is.
Yeah, man. Our headliner, he heard your voice, ran out. He ran out and watched you perform. He was so impressed. Like that's crazy.
To me, that's crazy. That's like humbling. It's just like, oh, someone out there is like genuinely like, oh, he's talented. It's not like one of my friends telling me, oh yeah, bro, I like your music.
Exactly.
It's like somebody that actually has some type of, they've had some type of achievement. If I'd say it like that. So that was probably like my favorite day so far.
Move it up when I get down. And I should've had to feel this way. And you said that you were here to stay. And you left and I'm the one to blame. And why you couldn't stick around. And why you couldn't stick around.
I want to do a little bank shot right here. Something like. Let me see something. H.O.R. Yes, sir. My first time going to the studio was with my boy Jordan. He had like a setup at his house. I went junior year. Okay. And I hopped on one of his songs that came out like, we did a couple songs in between there. There was a song called No Regrets, No Secrets. Okay. He gave me a verse on it. that, it was history. And that's really when it all started, though.
And right away you realize you want to keep going to the studio.
You know, he just interrupted me when I was about to give you this shot right here, right? I was about to give you that word. All right. Bro, I got no letters right now. I know. I'm about to give you one.
And diamonds in the song that you're beside me. Oh, I've been waiting for so long for this moment. Understand, you're feeling so far. Don't wanna run away when I'm thinking you gon' play. You don't wanna stay.
Yeah, it's A major.
There's just that one part that it feels like it doesn't
It felt like
carry on because of the piano, but hopefully with your vocals it'll be good for now. Because it's not gonna, be like that, but
It's just this one little spot. You got the part where it's like,
I'm clearly
you got that like the piano part? When it does that. That's like that.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got that. So how we got it is
Who even made you think that you want to make music from the beginning? Like who's your biggest,
I definitely say like singing wise, one of my favorite people growing up was like Chris Brown. Straight up like songs like, I just remember going around the house like singing like Try a Little Tenderness from the movie This Christmas, stuff like that. I'd always like try singing those songs, and then like when I'm hitting the notes the way he is, I'm like, oh okay, like it felt good. But out of like actually who inspires me to make music, that was more just like a process to even get me into a booth. So I wouldn't say like anybody inspired me to get into there. But there's a lot of artists, big and small, just like I take things from them because there's a lot of great people out there. Like R&B, hip hop. I used to always be a big Kendrick Lamar fan, especially after like The Pimp a Butterfly and stuff. Good Kid, Mad City, like all that. Even Section 80. I'm not even gonna get in the rap. There's so many different R&B singers and all that that just like impacted how I sing, how sometimes it might flow if it's like a R&B and then trap soul type song, and stuff like that. Like, it's countless. It's really countless. He's gonna run out of questions because this game's going too fast.
Are you doing half court?
I want to see if it's in my blood. If I make this, I get 100 free Enigmatic tickets and merch for life. Every month, alright? I bet. That's his dying wish right there. What y'all want me to do? Should I end him off real quick?
Finish him.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Side hook.
Who? Well, you got an 8?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing. Let's start the way on you. There we go. Hard fought battles. Hard fought battles. You know, I had to come out on top though. That's how it is. Alright, so what's the move? Going to the studio, man. We gotta get this money real quick. Something light today. Probably gonna work on this. Some more depressing music for the kids. Stop playing. I don't even know what I'm working on, to be honest. Where we about to go? Wendy's? I don't even know where Wendy's is. You got it on your GPS? All I know is, what I do is, well, first of all, it changes actually now that I think about it. When I come here, a lot of times we'll just play a random beat someone sent me. I'm gonna start like humming something, we get a melody, we'll get some words. Might go lay down the hook, I bet. We're gonna write the verse. We start just like writing stuff down. Some days I'll take it home, be like, let me sit on it, I'm just start writing. Because sometimes that's like one of my favorite songs I wrote. You're gonna hear some of it today. I talk a lot about like family stuff in there and stuff. You're gonna see it. But sometimes taking it home, I write it, I come back, take a few takes, and then I'm like, all right, now I'm ready to actually do it. And then I'll just record and it comes out good. Stuff like that.
we just fill it in real quick.
So that's what the vibe of it kind of changed from what I was thinking too a while ago. So I might just redo it.
Like as far as lyrically?
Not the hook and stuff. That's fine. Like, yeah, I've been thinking about you lately.
Well, we can't do the hook now because it's this part, right?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to even redo the hook right now. I don't know if that's coming back. It might just be the intro.
Run away, run away,
Yeah.
run away, away, run away.
Who else you worked with? Anybody else?
So I was actually going to see if Caleb and them wanted to go when they're here because they're talking about getting in the studio.
Yeah.
I work with Joshua Ledet. He's like on American Idol.
Oh, okay.
And he hasn't even.
You guys have a song?
We have half a song, but he never finished it. And I don't know if it's like caught up with that song, but he doesn't even say anything about it. Who else? Y'all heard this though?
Oh yeah.
This thing was so fire, bro. I was about to DM him again after this. I was like, this thing was fire.
Yeah. I'm everywhere you never be, just like a popular bitch. I don't listen to what you say, I got the rock in the stick. You wanna take a pic with me so you look poppin' and shit. Say what you mean, stop trying to switch the fucking topic and shit. And know it's us when we pull up, soon as we walk in this bitch. Was born into the game, I never was adopted in this. Relax, little baby, ain't no need to do no arguing here. I kept it honest, kept it G-way from the start of this shit. Yeah, from the start of this shit. I kept it honest, kept it G-way from the start of this shit. Ooh, wait from the start of this shit.
I always grew up loving music.
It's like your meditation or like your escape kind of. Not escape, but
It could be an escape. It's more like a. It's just like when I do music, I genuinely feel that happiness. And like everybody has that thing that's like, you feel it's like a hobby, different things like not. And I feel like everybody can turn like their passion into paper in some type of way. Like everybody can make money in some type of way off of what they love to do. So music, that's for me. Now my overall goal is to be like obviously full time with it, but also just genuinely impact people and have them listening to my stuff and enjoy it.
So when are you gonna know that you've made it to where you want to be?
That's the thing, because I'm always trying to get better. So I don't know if there'll ever be a time where I'm just
you hear that from a lot of artists. Like you know, even when they're on top of the world, they're kind of like still driving, obviously. And I think that's what it takes even to make it to that point. So
like 2 years ago, I probably would be like, dang, I'm doing this is pretty cool. Like to even have like, well, I don't even know, probably like 5,000 followers on Instagram. I probably had like 100. So like even that was like back then was cool. Like then having people, whatever amount of streams they get on Spotify and stuff, like all that to me, like it doesn't feel that good right now, but back then it might have been cool to me. So I don't think there's ever going to be a time where I'm like satisfied, if that makes sense. Damn, did I take the wrong way today? Whoa. That's not that much. That's not that bad. About to get 4:30 though. No, but performance stuff, I'm not gonna lie, I used to not like it. No, when I was younger, I used to, cause like I told you, my parents and stuff always knew I could sing, stuff like that. Oh yeah, they tried getting me to sing everywhere. I wouldn't. Like I would not sing in front of people. So like, it just took me like a while, cause like, people come around to it like at their own time. But if people actually love music, like they'll figure out later on they like performing. Just like, I get that. You see it with like Summer Walker too. Like people have like actual anxiety. Like not everyone's comfortable being the center of attention like that. Even if you like making music. That's why a lot of people can write music.
I totally understand.
It's crazy. Then there's other people who are like songwriters. I don't know how they're not huge. Like this guy Tone Stiff. That guy's
Well, he just writes like big songs and doesn't really get like.
He writes for everybody. He writes for like Chris Brown and stuff. But this guy can sing, he can dance, he plays like 3 instruments. Yeah, I mean when I say he can sing, I mean like he actually like he's like ridiculous.
So when did you first realize like you are talented? Like you said earlier, your parents started making you sing and
Well,
whatnot.
they tried. They couldn't make. That was the problem.
They couldn't make you, but
they always
they knew
tried.
you were talented. So you didn't realize you were talented at that point, or did you?
That's not even the problem. He said talented.
Talented.
Nah, but I never thought I wasn't talented. I just wasn't. I guess I could say I wasn't confident enough to like actually do stuff around people.
Okay. So what would you tell somebody who hasn't made their first song yet and they're nervous to tell people, I want to make music? What could you say to somebody?
Just do it. Like, it's like jumping off a high, like, diving board, even if you're not good at swimming. Like, it's just like, you're going to try and figure out what happens afterwards.
I've been thinking about you lately, but it's been weighing on me. Girl, you're driving me crazy. Steering down the road and I can't see.
There's always a way to record. There's always a platform for everybody to put their stuff out, no matter what level they're at. So it's not like the only people you're hearing are like the best of the best anymore. You're just hearing everybody who feels like making something. And social media, just grab anything at once. So saturation can be bad, good. You just gotta learn how to play the game, baby.
But then why are the people that don't deserve the credit getting it? Or like don't deserve the hype? You know what I'm saying?
Just the culture, really, that people bite on. It's because some stuff goes viral just because of no other reason other than it goes viral.
Yeah.
When did you just realize that you could sing?
Oh, that was
Way early?
I was like 4.
Okay.
Like I could always that's never been the problem with me. I never was like, oh, I can't sing. It was just
It's just you didn't like being in front of people.
yeah, I wouldn't sing in front of like 2 people. Like my friends wouldn't know I could sing. You could look back when I'm playing basketball in high school, nobody would be like, oh, Chandler was singing. Then my senior year, people were like, what? Like that was crazy.
With that being said, like what about performing live now? That's totally different.
Yeah, that was another battle in itself. I wasn't always big on this. I don't know if I thought singing was like a cliche, but it was never like I'm gonna just start singing. Like I don't know if people look at singing differently than rapping, but I was never big on singing in front of a bunch of people. 'Cause I was like, I don't know. It was kind of, to me, I just say I was like nervous.
So even with like talking, it was just kind of like an insecure, or just singing.
I think I was better at talking than singing. But yeah, now I'm actually better at singing in front of people than talking.
So you feed off the energy of a crowd, or you still up there kind of like?
For sure.
Yeah. So it's always, there's no like, is there like that pregame like chill or nerve still?
There's the nerve, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that might never leave.
Yeah.
You just kind of get used to it to the point you're like, oh, I'm gonna feel this. And you're just used to that. But I don't know if I'll ever be like, oh, I'm gonna get on stage and I'm gonna like feel like nothing on the planet. I don't think that's normal. Government taking my money. Can't take it no more. I pay taxes. Why are we doing this?
For real.
Does that make sense? I pay taxes. They take my money. They even started taxing my music after I run it. It broke the bracket. Like, when it's under a certain amount, they don't take your money. Now it's like, district kids like, yeah, give me your W-2. You don't always feel like your voice sounds good. So then after that, I'm like, oh dang, people like my voice. That starts helping me. I'm getting more confidence day by day. It was always a day by day process. I wasn't a natural born performer. To the point where people are telling me now, oh bro, that was a dope performance. Like I would have never even thought about that back in like a million years. I have a band, but like I usually don't get the opportunity to use it. But I'm definitely want to start incorporating live bands more because that's just like, I love live music. That's my favorite thing on the planet. And then as far as like, I want to get better at engaging people because that's a big thing. People like feel like they're a part of the show, not just in the audience. Yeah, that's the main thing. I want to get better at engaging people, but I'm getting better by that every time. That's how it works. You know what? 2020, I'm faking all my streams. I'm buying all the whatever spot. What do they call it? Streaming farms. I'm doing the streaming farms, baby.
What's that do?
Literally, people like China and stuff. They put their phones they have like a whole warehouse of phones just playing people's music on repeat, just to fake the streams. It's a real thing.
You said you were singing at 4. Was that just like somebody pushed you to sing? You probably don't remember it.
Nah, I remember it.
Okay, so yeah, what was that?
Well, I grew up in church and I just always hear music, so I just constantly be like singing around the house type stuff. But other than that, no one was just like, I've known in my family that's like high up in the music industry telling me like, oh yeah, bro, come on, like, take me under the wing. I'm doing this by myself right now.
I got you, yeah.
Well, not, I got people with it, but it's not like, I'm not like getting pushed by industry people, just straight up.
Yeah.
Singing though, I just always grew up singing.
Oh, bro, I forgot you missed that, bro. Nigga said he said butt little for like too much vibrato. So I'm like, yo, Chan, you like all that shakiness in the butt? I'm like, oh, my bad.
I dedicate a lot of time priority for me is like the promotion side. I don't need a record label to make my music sound good because I know there's millions of people out there who are talented that can help you make something sound like quality. So that's not what record labels are meant for, because people have the equipment at their house now.
Yeah.
What the record labels mainly are for is like the distribution, like getting the. So I want to do like a 360 deal. Well, I want to see myself doing that because I don't see my worth being something that I need all the help in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I see myself as, oh, if you can help me get my stuff out there, then we can talk like percentages, not like you give me upfront fee and then I don't see any more money. That's not
Yeah.
We're heading to the country. Oh, skirt. Now we're heading out to the studio. We're going to Overloud Sound Studios. My boy JR runs it. Basically, if you are willing to make the drive, you will have a hit while you leave. Guaranteed. If you're willing to drive an hour, you will have a hit. See, look, I told you. I told you, you know. Thought I was playing with trees. We're in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if he made empanadas.
Today is the present, and your presence is a gift. If I'ma hold you down and shorty, I'ma need a lift. Ain't nothing more precious than this life will get the lift. So I won't waste time.
Is that enough? I've been in the process of working on a little project. You're gonna see it when you see it. Alright, it's gonna be something.
Alright, we're excited.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Man. Hey man, shout out Enigmatic. This is my boy Dyllon. This has been a day of, I'm about to say my own outro. The day in the life of Chet. I was about to say that. Alright, what was I about to say?
We'll redo it.
What were we about to say? What were we saying?
Enigmatic. I'm here with Dyllon. Hey.
Oh man. Oh, for real? Was that game?
Yeah, that was 3.
We should have played to 40.
Yeah, we should go to. You want to?
Whoa,
5?
40.
Not 40.
Don't see this time of day. Come on, man. Feel yourself. You got the chain on. You got the Obey shirt.
This the come up with Chandler Broom.
This is the come up with Dyllon. He didn't even believe it.
Felt it right when it came on.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That is the. Come on. Everybody in Central Florida and around the world. This is Game Point. Right here.